So in this topic, we will cover the, you can say, we will start a JavaScript, and in a JavaScript, we will cover variables and data type. Okay.
Sure.
So let me create a folder called JavaScript, and under JavaScript, create a folder. Basics. Under basics, we have variables, and variables and data types, JS. Okay, so what you know about what you understand from variables and data type?
So variable which used to store the values in it is called variable. So data type for that variable, for example, if you use integer data type, we use int. If you use floating data type, we use the float as a data type. So type of the variables what we use to give that kind of variable data type like that. For example, if you use string, so if the value should be stored in double quotes, then it will be assigned to one of the variable of string data type. So here in HTML, so variable, we have three different kinds of data type. One is var, let, and const. So variable and let or declaration you can reuse without declaration of that variable in anywhere in the program. But const, if you give only the const, you can use only for one data type. Has a const which is you can declare only once and also use once, and you cannot reuse in anywhere in the program.
Okay. Basically, you cannot change the value.
Basically, we cannot change the value in const.
Okay, that's fine. And if we talk about the properties of variable, what you can think of? What are the properties are there for a particular variable?
String property is it string prop? That's a data type, right?
Yes.
String string integer, null, boolean,
Yes.
float, double, begin.
Mm, hold on, hold on. No, I am talking about normal. Let's say we are human being. Am I right? Some properties is common. So I'm talking about those properties only. Those are data type only, which you talk of string, int, float. Those are data type. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, let's say, take an example of any variable which we are using here. Okay. So
Mm,
here you are able to see it has a name. Makes sense.
mm,
With the help of that, we can refer. Okay.
mm.
And it's have a, you can say this, it has a value.
Yeah.
And because if it's a name and value, means somewhere it, somewhere it need to be stored. Memory is required. Make sense or not?
Yeah. Memory is required. Yes.
To memorize the thing. So yes, it is stored somewhere. Means in a heap or a stack memory, it should be stored somewhere. Then you are when you write something, then you print that thing only, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct.
So variable have a data type. So what kind of data is going to store? What is the name? How we can refer that? And what is the under the hood memory?
Right.
These are the properties.
Yeah.
And these are not a data type. These are the keywords. With the help of that, you can create a variable. or it's a way to communicate to the JavaScript, hey, I am creating this. This is a variable. Like with the help of constant, you are informing to the JavaScript, hey, value of this variable cannot change, can't change.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Correct.
So if I talk about data type, we have a two type of data type is available. One is primitive. What you understand from primitive data type?
Primitive data type, which is which is like declaring the variables, string. I mean, like integer.
What you understand from this normal word, primitive? English, normal English.
It's a. It's kind of. It's primitive means it's like a value or.
Means those are pre. You have those are already have a permission. Those
Primitive.
are by default available in a language.
Mm-hmm.
Those are primitive. You don't need to do anything extra there. It's a complementary for you. Let's say we'll go to a restaurant, there are complimentary drinks are there, complimentary foods are there. There you don't need to pay extra thing. You don't need to take extra steps there.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So those are primitive. So primitive data types is these type number, string, boolean, symbol. These are the primitive data types.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are the non-primitive? Which is not,
Non-primitive.
yes, which are
It
not
creates
available.
a reference, not available, or it create a reference for an object or an array. Yeah.
So these are the non-primitive. Okay. So why this much of data type is required? The question arises. Why this so much data types are required? Could you answer me?
Mm, to use in the real world. For example, if you give the name, it cannot be digit or a number, right? So it should be a string. So for me, like to give the attributes, if you go to any, for example, if you buy a card or credit card, so in that credit card, they will use my details. For example, name, age, date of birth, um, then address, then SSN number. So there could be different kind of attributes or properties used for my in my details. So to store those details, we cannot use one single data type. For example, if you want to store the name in the database, it should be a string so that it can clearly hold that string name. If you want to store my age, they use the integer data type. So if you want to store address or date data type. If you want to give the address, it should be a string data type. If you want marital status like true or false, married, yes or no kind of stuff, then Boolean data type we use. So that's the reason we use in the real
Yes.
world.
Yes. So that's you are right there. So based on that means because in a normal world we have a different kind of data and we use a different data type there to deal with that data. That's why same thing means what is our system? System is nothing. This is a real solution of a real problem.
Yep.
If you can think in a real system, in a real life, then you can get answer of the thing, isn't it?
Correct. Yep.
So to think a real system in a real life thing, solve a real life problem. If you want to develop any system or software, you need to think in a real life. To think in a real life, whatever you are thinking, that should be applicable in your real language as well. Makes sense. That's why data type is a required, and this much of data type available. So every data type have their significance. Make sense?
Yep.
Like you cannot use a number for your name. You know, means I means not here. Someone name is one. Have you heard this name?
Yep. No.
Have you
No.
heard?
No.
Yes. One, two,
No.
three. Normally, these are the not a name. Same thing means in our real life, we will follow some data types for a particular thing. Like price, we cannot say it can be in a decimal as well. Am I right?
Yeah.
And you can say your uh, count should be page count should be in a, you can say this int only. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah.
So these are the data types. So to deal with, like you told me means earlier means you can use with a single quote as well.
Yeah.
Single quotation marks for string. It will work both. Okay.
Okay.
So and boolean to take a decision here. This is wrong, right? Stuff like that. This is there. And now, why could you tell me why this non-primitive data types are required? Why it's important?
Mhm. Because we use in, for example, for in credit card section in the banking, so they might use um, list of customers. For the list of customers, we will be using list means the collections of the it stores in, like, for example, in the multiples for the same kind of records. That's the reason we.
Yes. Let's say if you need to deal with the employees. Okay,
Yeah.
employees are strength is more. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Rather than keeping it on, you can say, means for each employee have a names, age, employee number, salary, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. To cater that or to handle that employee, single employee, and let's say thousands of employees are there in a company or more than that, how you will deal with that? So you require objects which can hold a means detail. One object can hold a you can say hold means all detail of your employee. Makes
Mm.
sense.
Yeah.
And why you require array? Because array means let's say you need to deal with the this thousands of employees and everyone have their own object. Rather than creating, you cannot go to create a thousand variable.
Mm.
You want a list. You want a list with the help of that. Hey, based on a index, based on a something, you can get the value of particular thing.
Yeah.
So that's why array is required. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
same thing with this, you can say date, regex expression, map, set, because they are dealing with the real scenarios,
Mm.
or they will help us to provide a tooling or provide a, let's say you want to reuse the thing, then you go with the function. And if you need to deal with the date and time, then we have a date. Makes sense.
Yeah. Correct.
Do you have any question or concern?
No.
Okay, let's do this. Let employee. Okay. So employee name. So array. Okay. So this is a way. function. This is a way. Here you can reuse. Okay. Let's say you need to validate, so you require it. Okay, so map is there. Map is a key value pair. Okay, and set, not set. New set, and you can say this weak map. Okay, so weak map set. So right now you need to just understand, don't go deep into everything. Okay, you need to understand what are data types available and what is the significant, why is so many data types that exist, and how you can use that. This is the only agenda of this lesson. Makes sense? So here, if you talk about number, whatever number you want to deal with, number type is only data type available with us, which you can use. In another language like Java, we have a int, you can say long int, double float, but here we have a number only. Makes sense? Earlier, we cannot, you can say, deal with the, you can say, large amount of integer value or number value. That's why this come in a picture. Okay. And symbol also have a, you can say, you want a uniqueness of your data, then symbol come in a picture. Okay, which is for uniqueness. Provide a uniqueness to your system or data. Okay.
Yep.
And as we discussed, this is the purpose of this. Let me run this. Do you have any question or concern regarding this practical or anything?
No.
No?
At the moment, I'm catching the word, yeah.
Okay. Could we go to theory?
Yep.
So,
Theory, shall I go?
sorry?
Shall I go theory now, or what did you say? Sorry.
Theory.
Okay.
This is a theory. If you are good with this theory, then we can start our next lesson, because as you know, we are not here to waste our time. If you think you are good with this theory part as well, then we can take another lesson. It's totally up to you.
Quickly, within 5 minutes, we'll go through once. Just read like that quickly. Yeah, I'll read.
Yes.
I've shared my screen now.
Okay, go ahead.
So got it. I'll follow the log template. Why, what, when, how, real life engineering syntax, use cases, mistakes, practice, etc. Give you the clean structure, AMD read content, variable, data types, functions. With real world example plus code. JavaScript fundamental variable types and functions. Variables. What is variable? A variable is a container used to store data that can be used and modified later in a program. Let name Deepak. Okay, yeah, I got that one. Next, what do we need a variable? Why do we need variable? Without variable, you cannot store user input. Without variable, you cannot reuse values. You cannot build dynamic applications. So variable may program dynamic instead of static. When do you use variables? Use variables when storing your data, name, email, storing API responses, storing temporary calculation, managing state in UI. How variable work? So use variable when storing user data, name, email, storing API responses. So when to use variables? You storing API responses and storing temporary calculations, managing state in UI. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So how variable work?
If you
J
have any question, concern, feel free to ask. I will
no,
answer
no,
you
no. I
there
don't
or clarify your doubt.
have. No, I'm fine with that. How variable work?
Or you can go through quickly by your own. There is no need to means speak, or you just go to that
It
if you
can be changed, cannot be changed. What? Deepakji, here
Yes, yes.
complex types. In this complex types, let user name is equal to Deepak, age is 25, let array is equal to 1, 2, 3. Right?
So non-primitive.
Yeah, non-primitive variable.
Let's say I want to store your value. Kumar is a one entity. Kumar is an employee. I'm also employed. And you can say thousands of employees are there. You want to store a value. You cannot go with a single name. Let's say Kumar name is equal to this. Deepak name is equal to this. It's a tedious. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what we will do, we'll keep everything in a one variable under, let's say, user, and keep the requirement thing there. Keep it there only. Make sense?
Yep.
So means with the help of that, you can check that. Means with the help of, if you want to print the, let's say, Kumar name, you will say Kumar dot name. You will get a Kumar name only. Deepak dot name, you will get a information of Deepak. Make sense?
Yep. Okay.
If this object is not available, object data type is not available, how you can do that? You can't. Am I right?
Yep.
As I told you, if you have a data type but you don't have a provision to store as a list, or treat a list as a single entity, then it's a tedious for you. Make sense?
Yep.
So for that we have array.
Mm.
Make sense or not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Let's say you want to have a 10 number and you want to perform some operation on 10 number. To write a 10 number is a, you can say 10 number is a, we can think of 10 number, right? I mean, take a store in a variable. Think about a lakhs of number. Think about a thousand of number. Would you do that with the help of variable? Primitive variables.
No.
So that's why array, we have array.
Yep. When they are non-primitive data type
Yes.
and storing multiple values in it. Okay. So here in this example, API response, we are storing API response. Status is equal to 200 and data of user 1 and user 2.
Yes, it can contain multiple user, list
Okay.
of user. Am I right?
Yeah.
So array can be a, you can say string. Array can be hold a string value, object value, date value. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Form validation, let invalid is equal to true. Is valid is equal to true. That is valid is equal to. When we do this form validation,
When you need to take an input from user.
okay, like entering name in the text box, entering their details before
Yes.
clicking, before
Yes.
clicking submit button.
Yes, because you need to take an input from user. What is system all about? To give us something, take return us something. Am I right?
Yeah.
So same thing, where you need to require an input from user, there you will give a form. In a real life as well, we will provide a hospital or you can say school give you a form. You need to fill that form. Same thing here.
Yep. Okay. Next, e-commerce products. Product is equal to. Yeah. Common mistake 5 plus 2 is equal to 52. No, it is a string concatenation. 5 to.
So null is a, you can say when you are saying this variable not containing anything, it's a null. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Undefined means we not give any definition to this variable.
Mhm.
Both are different. Both are different. Okay.
Yep.
Just take a pull from main branch. I push something. You can check the code, then you understand. Take a pull. Yes.
So you have.
Just you can say JavaScript. Open JavaScript. Yes. No, no. This is open this. Yes. Check this. I will mention undefined as well. Do one thing. Install a one more extension called runner. Install one more extension runner. First one. Install that. Now close this, close this, close this, close this,
Yep.
close. Yes. Now what we need to do? you need to click on this button, play button on a top. No, no, in this file only top. Yes, click on this. Now you're able to see it's working. Okay.
Hmm.
So here I mentioned null as well as this undefined data types. Where I
Hmm.
will not give a value, that's means by default is undefined.
Hmm.
Fifth one, before New York, before New York.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are also data type. Okay, go through the theory, and if you have any question or any concern or any doubt, feel free to ask.
Yeah. No, then let's do, um, okay. Okay, null and undefined. We're treating arrays or objects incorrectly. Okay. That is the common mistakes we do in non-primitive data type. What is create object for your practice, create object of for user, create array for products or products, and try type conversation. Okay. Next is what is function? A function is a reusable block of code that performs a task. Y function to avoid duplication, improve readability, and enable modular design. When to use function, logic repeats, handling events, API calls, and validation. So here one more arrow function is another type of function declaration. This is normal function where you can pass the parameters for the function here for the add function. Then you return some value for that add function.
Yes.
Okay. So one for this you will be sending the values for a comma b. So values will be sent when you call the function.
So basically, yes, here means every function have a name and you can say parameter, and return type is optional. It can be, it cannot be.
Mm.
Makes sense. And body is required.
Okay.
This curly braces define your body.
Mm.
Okay, but in a arrow function, the things are same there, but the way to write a function and use is different.
Mm.
Makes sense. Here name is you are assigning the arrow function to a variable add, and you will divide that into this because it's returning only one line of code in a body. That's why curly braces are not required there.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yep.
And anonym function. function without name,
Mm.
who will who you called anonymous from, is
Um,
a without name.
mm.
Makes sense?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Then parameter deep dive required JS function somehow.
So means if you are taking two parameter and you are saying these are required because you are using this in your function. It's a required one. You cannot skip. If you will skip, it will complain to you.
Mm.
Makes sense?
Yep.
If you want to make it optional, you need to give a default value so that if user will not give you an input, then you can use that default value.
Mm.
Make sense?
Yep.
And in that case, both are optional because they are using a default value. Like in our optional, we have a guest. If user is not registered with us, we will say guest. We'll treat that as a guest.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sure.
So you can pass another function as a parameter to for one function. That's a
Mm.
callback, which is called inside another function. You can means pass a one function as a parameter to another function. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. For this is callback function as a parameter. So where
Yes.
is the callback function? Where there is
So
function process call.
basically, we are creating another function.
Yeah. So this is here is a callback function. Okay.
You are calling.
Yeah.
You are taking that as a parameter, and inside that, after you are calling that.
So in the callback you can do anything, right?
Yes,
Any
yes.
actives. For example, here you can
No,
say
no, 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 no. If you
no.
want to do a practical, I will do that. No worries. Just
Okay.
go into theory. I will do the practical. You have a
Okay.
doubt, I will do a practical in front of you. No worries.
Okay. Okay. So function process callback done. So real world use cases API call. Oh, API call real world use cases API call. So this real world examples for API call is
You
uh,
can use a
function
function
type.
for to make a API call. Yes, function implementation.
Here you have given async, right? Async as a data type.
No, it's a keyword. We should tell it will take some time to resolve.
Okay.
It will not execute immediately. It will take some time.
Okay. Async.
We will learn in the future about what is async and await. Okay.
Hmm.
You can use this for validation. You use as a event listener, which we done earlier. Am I right?
Hmm.
You can use wherever you need to, means reuse your code, reusability.
Okay.
Based on a parameter you can use. Go through that. If you have any question or concern, feel free to ask.
Okay, done.
Done.
Yeah, done.
So do we need to move ahead, or
Yeah, next
you want to?
we'll go to next topic. It just
So next topic is a event. Go to JavaScript only, JavaScript folder only. I push one file there, events, event.md, event.md.
yeah.
In JavaScript basic only, event.emd. Check there, open that. This is our next topic in our syllabus. Just going through that. If time allow, we will do a practical, and otherwise we will do a practical in our next
Okay, sure.
class. Okay.
Yep, sure. One events definition events.
You can speak as well, and so that I can also listen. Earlier I stopped you, but you can continue with that. So I will also feel engaged.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay. Purpose of this events are you can create a web page interactively, respond to user actions to trigger logic dynamically. So this is the purpose of the web page. Without events, web page are static. With events, web page become interactive systems. Without events, web page becomes static page. Yeah. So with events like scrolling, tagging, submitting, clicking, these all make very interactive web pages. So when user clicks a button, click. User submit a form, submit. User input data type, it will be input. Page loads, load. Page load you cannot see, but you can see the progress bar there. Basic working flow is user action, event triggered, event listener, function, executes UI update. Then coming to real life mind mapping analogy, doorbell system. Visitor presses bell, event trigger, bell rings, event detected, you open door, event handler. Browser works same way. User clicks, event fires, JS handles it. Browser works same way. User clicks, event fires, JS handles it. Engineering view, core concept, event target, element button form, event target, core concepts. What is this event target? Elements button or form? Event type click.
Yes. The target means when it's happened, from where it should be initiated, from button click on a page load, from where, starting point.
Okay. Event type click from it. Event listener function waiting for event. Event handler function executed. Then syntax click event. JavaScript workflow. constant document get button. Okay, in the click event, you are saying get element by ID have button. So all the time, if you want to get
Element,
any,
which you are talking about, element.
yeah, button element or text box element or link element, whatever the elements you
Whatever.
use in your web page, so you can take by using get element by ID function.
If ID is there, if ID is there, if you gave ID, then you can use ID with the help of ID.
Okay, if you use name for this button, then you can use it get element by name.
Tag name or something like there. Another selectors are there. This is
Hmm.
one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, it is you are getting the form. So get element by ID has a form. So the form has ID, right? Here then
Yes,
when you
yes.
okay,
You can check your assignment which you did.
yeah,
How you are doing that. Same approach you need to follow. If you
okay,
go with the ID, then you need to provide a mention ID for that particular element. Then you can access with the help of this method.
sure,
Make sense?
yeah. Then get element submit function of event. Um, so add event listener is one of the built-in method which is used to call the function event.
Yes. Yes. Where you need to tell what kind of event is this and what you need to do when it's occur.
Yeah. So in the event, for example, it can change the status of the card, or it can be anything. Wherever you declared the event element, then those details will be fetched here.
Yes, means event information you will get there.
Okay.
If there is a data in a form, we have a data, we can get a data as well there.
Okay.
Okay. So
Maybe.
as you saw target, target is your one element. If you want to do something with that element, how you can do that?
Hmm.
You have a
With,
property of that element with you. Make sense?
yeah.
Okay.
Properties means details of that element.
Let's say earlier you changed at the place of click me or hello, you change
Yeah.
to welcome.
Yeah.
If you have a access of those property, then you can change of that element. Am I right?
Yeah. Correct. And this event dot prevent default means it stops page
Default
reloading.
page reload. Yes, because this is a default behavior. When event occur, it will reload your page.
Hmm.
We are preventing that.
Okay. So next real world use cases login button click. Login button dot event listener click on login user. Add to cart, JavaScript, cart button, add listener, event listener, click add to cart. Okay. Validate form event, you will be having the a script, I mean functionality. For example, validate form means whatever the fields we have entered, once you click on submit, it will validate all the fields are entered.
So basically, earlier we learned how to write a method. So in method you will write a logic, and on an event you will call that method to perform operation.
Yeah.
Okay, Kumar, we
Yep.
will continue this thing in next class.
Yep. Sure.
Let me stop the recording.
How to save the